secret life and a sneaky life behind my back. And if you've ever felt love and then it left, let it. Because there's something way more beautiful waiting in store for you.
Y'all, have y'all noticed that Nicki Minaj has been real quiet for a minute now? And I mean way more silent than she typically is on social media. Have you noticed? At first, fans thought that she was just taking a much-needed break after her hectic tour ended, and also a break from dragging Jay-Z for filth. But now it looks like the real reason that Nicki Minaj has been quiet all of this time is because there is trouble in paradise. And by paradise, I mean her marriage to Kenneth Petty.
And then one day, they're yelling, "Push. You're in pain." And then one day, it comes out a beautiful baby boy. To God be the glory. Congratulations to everyone out there. You're doing a great job.
First, there was news about Kenneth bringing strippers into her home while she was on tour, and then people were saying that he had ran off after taking her money. Now, Nicki is completely shattered after the police had to be called over to settle a domestic dispute. Word is that Nicki is starting to realize that Kenneth may have married her for the wrong reasons, and he has allegedly taken their son Papa Bear away from her to make sure that he has the upper hand. Some people expected this because they felt like it was only a matter of time before Kenneth showed his hand. When people heard that Nicki Minaj was going to be marrying none other than Kenneth Petty, fans thought that it was wild that she would have chosen someone with a rap sheet almost as long as her discography.
And Nicki, I'm gonna talk to you like we're friends, because I feel like your friends don't be on your ass the way, they need to be. And I get it, when you're that famous and everyone in the world is obsessed with you, you really do just want to find somebody who loves you for you. And maybe reaching into your past is the easier way to do that. The people who knew you before anybody else did. That made sense. What didn't make no fucking sense was picking a rapist. What did you do that for? And it's obviously not your fault that he's a convicted rapist, right? I've said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of y'all are married to or marrying somebody's rapist. And a lot of y'all know. The numbers don't lie. So that's not your fault, right? And you can't really help who you love, right? But if we know that 50% of all marriages end in divorce, why would you hinge your whole legacy, your whole career on this man?
Yet, Nicki stood 10 toes down behind her man, y'all. Posted pictures and videos of their happy marriage. She even got him a job as her manager, and he actively accompanied her on multiple tours from 2018 to 2024, just so that he could have his own thing going on. So Nicki basically paid him to stick around her and be her baby daddy. And girl, that wasn't gonna be the last thing she did for him. She also started working overtime to make Kenneth appear real innocent through friends and fans, bloggers, and the court of public opinion after news of his unfavorable history with kids started making its rounds on social media. I mean, she even backed up claims that Kenneth's victim, Jennifer Huff, lied about being R-worded by him and attempted to make her recant her testimony so that she could remove him from the sex offenders registry. Nicki stood 10 toes down for that man throughout their marriage and was reportedly still the one funding their lifestyle while he sat back and enjoyed the ride, like the passenger prince that he is. So it's kind of wild to imagine that all this time while she was holding him down, he was allegedly stepping out on her for the majority of their relationship. Child, this story writes itself. Well, just recently, a post from a blogger just hit the internet and said something that got the internet shook. So according to insiders, the reason why Nicki has been so MIA lately isn't because she's resting or taking a break from calling Jay-Z out every other day. Nicki has been dealing with some domestic issues to the point where a neighbor had to call the police after allegedly witnessing her and Kenneth in an argument. Not only were they arguing, but Nicki also threw his clothes out of the window as he walked down the street away from their home. Nicki has always been quick to clap back about anyone who has anything bad to say about her man, so the fact that she didn't shut this blogger down as soon as something came out got people thinking that there might be some truth to it. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more messy, it turns out that Nicki has already quietly removed all pictures of her and Kenneth Petty on her IG and no longer follows him either. And fans also noticed that Nicki has been saying some pretty cryptic things that suggest that she might be single and getting ready for a divorce. Not too long ago, she posted a cryptic tweet about being single and then made a video about people living secret lives and taking advantage of her. Then it was quickly followed up with rumors that Kenneth and Nicki no longer live together. In fact, he was even spotted bringing some strippers back to his place, and the whole time, Nicki was out on tour. So while Nicki was out there working to support his whole lifestyle and having her name dragged for being with him while he dodged accountability, he was out there living his best life and played in her face the entire time that they were married. Now it's clear to Nicki that this whole time she was pretty much married to herself and in the relationship, and Kenneth downplayed her loyalty and love for him. Also, if Kenneth thinks that he could pull a fast one on Nicki now that she's caught on to his game, he's got another thing coming, because she's about to put him in his place and get their divorce finalized so he can see just how different his life is going to be without her.
I mean, I'm not the only one that thought when they got together, it was like the downfall of Nicki for a good minute. I mean, this man can't even travel out the country and every time y'all move, he's got to check in, literally, to a list. I mean, Kenneth Petty has become like the butt of all Nicki Minaj's hits. And I mean hits towards her.
And fans have never wanted to see Nicki and Kenneth Petty together in the first place. So now that she's allegedly caught on to his scam and moving on, people are backing her all the way through, because it's about darn time that she cuts that leech off. Kenneth Petty is what Pookies and bum ninjas aspire to be, living off a woman with no accountability and no ambition to do anything but cause problems. He never wanted Nicki, not for love. This marriage happened because Nicki wanted a baby. If Nicki is done with him, I will support her again. He ruined her image and career. I wish she never got with him. Ugh. But knowing Nicki, do y'all think that she is actually done with Kenneth Petty for real this time? And do y'all forgive Nicki for standing by this man for so long? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.